All right, so we're out here on the range today. I'm going to be attempting the GSSF National Challenge Course of Fire. This is a Glock match shot every year up at Camp Perry during the National Pistol Matches, which is a bullseye event. And it uses the GSSF Indoor Gallery Course of Fire. It's very simple. It's shot with a Glock in one of the categories, whether it's rimfire, MOS, stock Glock, unlimited Glock, anything like that. The winner of every category wins a gun, so I'm trying to win. The course of fire is extremely simple. It's shot on a D1 target or AC1 target, which I think is a variation of the D1 target. But what you need to know is it has an 8-inch 10 ring and a 4-inch X ring. So I don't have any D1 targets, but what I do have are stacks and stacks of B8s. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've drawn out 4 inches on my B8, and then the 8 ring on a B8 is 8 inches exactly. So I'm just going to use this one target. Anything outside of those scoring rings, I'm going to count against me. It's a much easier way to score. Now with this target, you're going to shoot it at a distance of 5 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, and 25 yards. Every string is going to be 10 shots in a time limit of 15 seconds. So a total of 50 shots scored out of 500 points. And you can shoot with one hand or you can shoot with two hands, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be shooting this Glock 44. I just got it done zeroing it and making sure that it can make something resembling a group at 25 yards. I'm happy to say that it actually shoots pretty well. I also, thank God it has adjustable sights. This might actually be my favorite model of Glock because it comes with adjustable sights, but I got it zeroed. Now also, I just wanna say this isn't my first time shooting this course of fire. I shot it yesterday with a Glock 17 and I did fairly well. I just did some warm up right now as I was zeroing this, so I'm not trying to show that I'm like some really good shooter that can shoot this cold and shoot it clean or something like that. But I just want to show off this course of fire because I think it might be interesting. It's super easy to do at home, and you might win a Glock if you get good at it. So I just want to take a quick second to talk about the channel sponsor, Michael Scott Earl. Michael Scott Earl is a New York Times best-selling author known for a wide variety of book series of many different genres, but the ones that I'm currently engaged in are his Star Justice series of books. You can go ahead and follow the link in the description or the pinned comment, and you can get the first book in this series for free in an ebook format. It's a sci-fi action-adventure series, so if that's something that interests you, go ahead and get the ebook. It literally costs you nothing. You can also get most of his books in an audiobook format, which has actually been my preference since I do a lot of driving, and I think the voice acting and narration is actually really well done. So thank you to Michael Scott Earl for sponsoring the channel, and also Bill is a big fan of Michael Scott Earl's books. All right, so I just rechecked the rules. I actually didn't realize you had to clear malfunctions. So those shots on target that you see right now, don't worry about them. We're starting over at 5 rounds, or 5 yards. So 5 yards, 10 shots, 15 seconds from the low ready or the compressed ready, which is like, I don't know, when it's like all hunched over or something like that. So let's go ahead and load and let's start her up.
Ready on the right. Ready on the left. Ready on the firing line.
Five yards. All right, let me go reload. Okay, so now we're at 7 yards. 7 yards, 10 shots, 15 seconds from the low ready.
Ready on the left. Ready on the firing line.
Seven yards. Anything out? Whoa! Dropped a point already. All right, so now we're at 15 yards. It was around this point while editing the video that I realized I skipped the 10-yard stage. Please forgive me. Just imagine I shot 10 more rounds in the exact same manner at 10 yards. And just imagine they were all 10s as well. I also changed up my ammo because I'm feeling freaky.
Ready on the left. Ready on the firing line.
Felt pretty good. I'm still hitting really, really high. All right, last but not least is 25 yards. Go big or go home, I suppose.
Ready on the right. Ready on the left. Ready on the firing line.
Whew. About halfway through that string, I realized I had to pick up the pace. Let's see how I did. Oh man. So I think I did better at 25 yards than I did at 15 yards for some reason. Oh, hold on. If you've never scored a target before, basically if the shot hole breaks the scoring ring, it gets the higher value. So right now what I'm checking is to see if these 4 shots right here that are kind of marginal, to see if they're actually breaking the scoring ring that I drew earlier. Now that line I drew isn't exactly perfect. On the actual target, it'll be more obvious. I'm just gonna go ahead and measure from the center of the target out 2 inches. And if it's touching that shot hole, and I'm gonna be using an overlay as well to give me a perfect 22 caliber diameter overlaid onto the target. If it's touching, then it's an X. If it's not touching, then it's a 10. Usually it's easier to score a target by counting backwards, especially if you're looking at a target that has been shot extremely well. So that one's out. That one's out. That one's out. That one's out. Okay, so it looks like I've got 4 shots that weren't X's. The rest of them were X's. That gives me a total score. Gives me a total score of 500 with 46 X's, which is exactly the same score that I shot yesterday. And that's with a stock Glock 44. So that was holding with a pretty generous sub 6 o'clock hold as well. So that gun seems to want to hit really, really high, which is typical of Glocks. They're usually zeroed for about a 6 o'clock or sub 6 o'clock hold from the factory because it's designed by Europeans. Here in America, we aim for the center. Over in Europe, I guess they aim for the balls. But overall, I can't be too disappointed with that result. Look at how old this target is. It's got the old NRA logo. Alco Recreation Supply. Look at that font, man. Look at the scoring rings. Look at that font. They don't make targets like that anymore. B19. Hey, if you like that video, please let me know. I enjoyed making it. I kind of like doing these videos where I shoot a course of fire. Maybe leave me some suggestions down in the comments below. I'll look them up and shoot them, maybe film them, see how I like them. I really like this course of fire, and in fact, I really like this gun. This might be my favorite Glock. I had 1 malfunction today, and that was when I learned that you're supposed to clear stoppages in these matches, as opposed to Bullseye, where you have an alibi fire, where you get 1 refire for any sort of stoppage. So keep that in mind. If you do experience a stoppage, go ahead and tap, rack, bang in a GSSF match. In any case, thank you all for watching. Thank you especially to my channel members for supporting the channel directly. You too can become a channel member by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. That'd be horrible if it was loaded, huh? I just shot my camera.